to go. 8 laps remaining here in heat race number 1. R.J. Conley setting the stage, getting a couple car lengths out on Montgomery.
Here they come back across the line, working lap number 3 now of 10. Conley out in front. Brushes just against the outside wall in the high banks of Atomic Speedway. Montgomery in the number 2 spot. Sitting in third is still going to be Rod Conley, Hot Rod. Their top three single file. Great battle heating up as West Virginia's Garns trying to run down Thornsbury for 4th and 1.
Thornsbury got that 4th position, but here comes Chris Garn putting some pressure on him. Garns runs right up on him into turn number 3. Thornsbury gets a good bite off halfway. 5 laps in, 5 to go here in heat race number 1. Montgomery closing the gap on R.J. Conley out front.
And the race continues on as the field flashes under the flag stand. Still out in front, the Rocket XR1 of R.J. Conley from Wheelersburg, Ohio. Fairmont, West Virginia's flying. Ryan Montgomery sits in second. And then Hot Rod Conley in third. They're single file. Montgomery trying to look for the lead as the laps are winding down with now lap 7 on the board, back to 1.
Still 3 laps in the books. Top 3 cars got a little distance on Shannon Thornsbury in that 4th spot. But Chris Garns right there on him as well.
Got a problem front straightaway. Gary Turner off the pace, but we're still green, Mike.
We stay green. Turner going to get to the infield. 2 laps to go. Still R.J. Conley out front. He's going to put a lap on Chris Lockhart. Get some separation between Montgomery, but Montgomery going to find some bite on the bottom. White flag's going to wave. 1 to go.
1 more lap to go in Elias Tire heat race number 1 to the back straightaway. Out in front, R.J. Conley. Montgomery trying to use lap traffic as a pick. Couldn't reel him in. Montgomery one more time on the bottom, but it's the Rocket XR1 of Wheelersburg, Ohio's R.J. Conley. He'll take heat race number 1 here at Atomic Speedway in late model dirt week race 1. Second spot to flying Ryan Montgomery from Fairmont, West Virginia. And another Ohio native, Rod Conley, Hot Rod Conley, taking third in the 71R. Shannon Thornsbury will go in the transfer spot in car number 17 for Garns, Meisel, Lockhart, and Turner. They'll have to go in that B main later tonight.
Good racing there in heat race number 1. Of course, R.J. Conley's got a couple of feature wins here this season already.
You want was it better with just one of us doing it?
I can hear you. I don't care about an album feature. I'd like to hear what you guys are saying. I can hear you. See what I we'll push one out.
So here comes heat race number 2 rolling out onto the racetrack.
All right, we're getting ready for heat race number 2. All right, how about this lineup, Mike Goins? Row number 1 on the inside, Eddie Carrier Jr., the Salt Rock Express out of West Virginia. Car number 10 to the outside, it is going to be Wheelersburg, Ohio's Delmas Conley, the ageless wonder in the 71. He'll start second.
In row number 2, out of Independence, Kentucky, the 1 a.m. machine. That is going to be Austin Mills, that Stone Ridge Stable machine. He's had some good runs here this season. Outside row number 2, defending track champion and current point leader out of Chillicothe. That's the 44 of Mark Frazier.
Moving on to row number 3, it's going to 3 for heat number 2 out of Morgantown, Indiana, the Club 29 race car, but a J. Dickens race engine. That's going to be Austin Burns, Total Christian in the car number 22 to the outside. It's car number 6 of Travis Carr. Travis Carr in the car number 6. He will start 6th.
Row number 4 on the inside, the 69 machine of Jeff Warnick, and on the outside out of West Union, Ohio, the God Team Body Shop, number 81 of Josh Francis. Here we come to the green flag. It's waving. And Carrier with a big jump out front. Delmas Conley in second. Mills and Frazier side by side for third.
So we're underway in heat race number 2, presented by AR Bodies. AR Bodies, heat race number 2. Eddie Carrier Jr. will come out of the stripe. Lap 1, 9 to go. Carrier, Conley, Mills, 1, 2, and 3 up the back straightaway. Carrier Jr. pulling away, but here comes the ageless wonder to the inside looking for the lead.
Carrier still leads. Conley in second. Austin Mills has that third spot. Frazier in fourth. Burns battling with the 6 machine of Travis Carr for that 5th spot.
Down the back straightaway, they exit off of turn number 4. Eddie Carrier Jr. out in front, the Salt Rock Express leads the way from Wild and Wonderful West Virginia. The man from the Buckeye State. It is Conley, the ageless wonder. He's won here a couple of times here at Atomic Speedway, and even this year as well. He wants to get a big Buckeye Late Model Dirt Series win. He's got to run down Eddie Carrier Jr. to get it done. Josh Francis off the pace in the back straightaway. We still stay green on lap 4.
Again, top 3 cars once again, kind of checking out just a little bit. See, Delmas Conley kind of changing his lineup as they go through 3 that time. Austin Mills still runs the bottom of the racetrack. Frazier sits in that 4th and final transfer spot, but doesn't have a lot of pressure on him at this point.
And down the back straightaway, the Salt Rock Express of Eddie Carrier Jr. still out in front, hitting his marks in car number 10. He's down the front, crossing the line. Conley in second. Mills is in third. Good run for Mills. And the former Atomic Speedway Super Late Model champion of Mark Frazier is in fourth in 44. Car on the outside looking in, and the laps wind down. We're just after halfway with now 3 to go.
Looks like the 22 machine of Austin Burns, maybe some inner panels of that machine flew off there in turn number 3, but that's up out of the racing groove, so we're going to stay green. He continues to put pressure on the 6th machine of Travis Carr.
Coming to the line, it will be 2 laps to go. Not anymore. Flashing under the flag, standing the lap car in front of your leader is Eddie Carrier Jr. White flag goes in the air. 1 more lap to go. Bring him home in heat number 2. Presented by AR Bodies, Mike Owens.
So that Keaton-owned number 10 of the Salt Rock Express, Eddie Carrier Jr., closing up on the 69 of Warnick, but the checkered flag's going to wave. Eddie Carrier Jr. takes the win. Delmas Conley second. Austin Mills comes home in third, and Mark Frazier going to take that 4th and final transfer spot here in heat race number 2.
And for drivers like Travis Carr, Austin Burns, Jeff Warnick, and Josh Francis, they'll go into 1B main later tonight, where we'll take 4. Then those 2 provisionals. Got a piece of debris in turn number 3. Piece of debris spotted in turn number 3. We'll send out our safety crews to pick up some of that debris here in just a moment. And, of course, we will get ready for heat race number 3 in just a moment. Heat number 3. Attention, Money Dash drivers. Be lined up. Tim Dome, Steve Casebolt, Jared Hodkins, Chad Stapleton, Kenny Howell, and Doug Drown. That'll be coming up later on.
Actually be our modified heat races will come up next, and then we'll run the dash after the modified heat races.
Awesome. And we'll have coverage of that on the 3 and Out Sports Network.
So here's the lineup for heat race number 3 on the pole. Defending champion of Dirt Week out of Parkersburg, West Virginia. Driving the Octane Race Products Kryptonite number 28. That's going to be Tyler Carpenter. Outside of row number 1, out of Forest, Virginia. Driving that Mike Unger number 23. That's going to be Arthur Walker.
Moving on to row number 2 to the inside out of Potsdam, New York, in car 7M, a former big block racer now in the super late model world. I call him M&M, Mike Maresca. Mike Maresca behind him on the outside is 21 of Jason Montgomery. He'll start 4th.
Out in row number 3 on the inside, the L19 machine, that is Larry Holbrook. Outside of him, the 91S machine. Guy's been getting more comfortable on a super late model. That is Blake Naylor.
Followed by James Morey, Cody Mahoney. There they come, ladies and gentlemen. They're in the VP Race Fuels making power point. Green flag goes in the air, presented by the fine folks at VP Racing Oil. And we're underway with Tyler Carpenter jumping out in front. Problems for Cody Mahoney. His car drops to the infield. We'll come to the line. We're 1 lap in. It's Tyler Carpenter leading in turn 1.
Maresca in second. Walker Arthur up to third. Jason Montgomery back to a 4 spot. Holbrook sits in 5th. And Blake Naylor in 6th position. But up front, it's all Tyler Carpenter here in heat race number 3.
Heat number 3, we're taking 4 more, and that's it. To the back straightaway, Tyler Carpenter is under pressure now. But here comes the Rocket XR1 of a former Super Dirt Car Big Block Modified ace, Mike Maresca. M&M chicking him up on the inside. He'll make a move on the Kryptonite, trying to give him there some moves off of turn 2. Carpenter under attack by the native out of New York. Maresca to the inside, looking for the lead out of turn 4.
Maresca putting a lot of pressure, running the bottom of the racetrack. Tyler Carpenter Now goes to the bottom to blocking through turns 1 and 2. He's going to slide up off of 2. Maresca gets a run down the backstretch. Again, Carpenter goes to the outside through 3 and 4. Maresca trying to slide up in front of side by side at the line.
They were side by side at the line. One lap it was Carpenter. Next lap it's Maresca to the inside of the crossover move. They're going to go to the slide job of the slider into turn number 3. Up the racetrack goes Carpenter, up to the cushion. On the bottom of the racetrack goes Maresca. Maresca lost moves on Carpenter. Carpenter pulls away. Maresca back on the bottom. What a heat race. This is the best one of 3 right here.
Great racing action here in heat race number 3. This time, Tyler Carpenter goes to the bottom of the race.
Oh!
Slides up the cushion. A lot of smoke.
Oh, problems for Maresca.
Maresca slows up in smoke off of turn number 4, and the caution's gone away. The driver out of Potsdam, New York, going to slow to a stop down the front stretch.
You know the old saying, Mike Goins, your car is the fastest it's ever going to be before it goes click, click, boom, or as another native said at Antioch Speedway last Friday night, snap, crackle, pop. And definitely a problem for the Rocket 1 XRR for Russ King Racing and the car number 7, the M&M, Mike Maresca. Great performance. And the caution coming out for Mike Maresca, trying so hard to run down Tyler Carpenter, the young man in the Kryptonite car at Parkersburg, West Virginia, but he will not be denied. And I don't think Walker Arthur, before we saw Maresca break, Mike Goins, Walker Arthur was way back, like 3-second interval. I believe this heat race is going to be Tyler Carpenter's unless something happens to him and he has kryptonite.
Well, Tyler has been fast here all season long, but he has been the one that has been snake bit, having all kinds of problems this season.
Right.
He's actually been leading a couple of races and had some problems. So we'll see here tonight. Tough break for Maresca. He was here earlier this season with the Lucas Oil late models when they came to town. So this is actually his second ever visit to Atomic, and definitely was looking pretty good.
Because we are under 10 laps to go, it will be a single file restart. Single file restart for the finish coming up. If we get under 10 laps to go for the feature later tonight, it will be Dixie file double style until the race is concluded. Here we go. They're going to stay Dixie file double here for the finish. We have got 4 laps to go. Tyler Carpenter out in front. We're back to green and 3 wide for second. Oh my, in turn 1.
Carpenter going to get a big run down the backstretch. Montgomery going to take advantage of that double file start. He's now up to second. And Arthur, though, on the bottom of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Blake Naylor and Larry Holbrook battling for that final transfer spot.
Well, somebody we didn't even think of, Jason Montgomery, has turned up the whip, got up on the high horse, has came out of nowhere. He's in second spot, battling now with Walker Arthur on the inside. He'll fall back to third, and we're 2 to go with Carpenter roaring back to turn 2.
Little over a second lead there as they cross the line that last lap, Tyler Carpenter. But we'll see now. Montgomery loves this racetrack here and always fast in that 21 machine. He's been to victory lane twice this season in the 21 car.
White flag, bring him home, Mike.
1 lap to go, half a lap to go now. Tyler Carpenter on cruise control out front. The driver out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, going to take the checkered flag. Montgomery going to come home second. Walker Arthur in third. And Larry Holbrook will take that 4th and final transfer.
There you go. So, Carpenter, Montgomery, Arthur, Holbrook, they'll go to the scales to make it official. 2,300 pounds with car and driver. Ladies and gentlemen, in 4th place, the L19 of Larry Holbrook. In 3rd, out of Forest, Virginia, car number 23 of the Walker Dog, Walker Arthur. Runner-up in car number 21 of Jason Montgomery. And your Heat 3 winner, car number 28 out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, in the Kryptonite race engine machine. Give it up to Tyler Carpenter.
Last chance, I'm going down to pick up the 2.
Last chance on those tickets. We'll be picking up those tickets here in a bit. The tickets for that dash and the race is coming up. Heat races are in the books, and we'll get ready now for the modifieds coming up here in a moment, and Mike Goins will be on the call for those.
3 heats for the OTP Industrial Solution Modifieds. 8 laps the distance. Top 5 will move on to the A main in each of the modified heats. So 3 heats, top 5 will move on. Here's a lineup for heat race number 1. Out of Zanesville, Ohio, driving the 5 car. That's going to be Jess Hartman. Outside of row number 1, just picked up the win out of Parkersburg, the 28 machine of Tyler Carpenter. Row number 2, the Express Services 111 machine of Jeremy Burwanger will be on the inside. And on the outside, our quick qualifier tonight out of Zanesville, Ohio, the 101 machine of Jesse Wisecarver. Row number 3 on the inside out of Maysville, Kentucky, the 44 machine.